A city, waiting to wake the city, sleeps under the soft veil of dawn. The streets are still wet from last night's rain, and the air carries a faint chill. Somewhere, a dog barks lazily, and a lone tram hums down the track. But within moments, the weather will begin its dance, shaping not only the mood of the streets, but also the small, unseen stories of the people who call them home. Mist at dawn, a thin fog clings to the streets. Ravi, the newspaper boy, pedals slowly, his bicycle, tires hissing on the wet road. He stops at a small shop, handing Mrs. Daisy, the elderly shopkeeper, her morning paper. She smiles, wraps her shawl tighter, and nods toward the street. "More rain coming," she says softly. On a bench nearby, Karim, the homeless man, warms his hands on a cup of tea given to him by a kind passerby. The air is cold, but the quiet feels almost sacred. Golden stripes on asphalt, the sun slips through gaps between tall buildings, painting golden stripes on the road. Anya and Raj, a young couple, walk side by side but say little, their silence heavy with yesterday's argument. At the corner, the street musician Miguel tunes his guitar, smiling to himself as the warmth reaches his fingers. The scent of fresh bread escapes from the nearby bakery, and Ravi cycles past again, waving to him. A bright morning pulse shops open one by one. Sarla, the fruit seller, stacks bright oranges in neat pyramids, humming a tune. Children run past her stall laughing. A light breeze lifts the scent of coffee from an open cafe door. Raj glances at Anya as if wanting to speak, but the sudden arrival of more clouds makes her pull her scarf tighter, looking away. Blue sky and busy feet, the blue sky stretches wide, unbroken by clouds. Miguel begins playing an old love song. People drop coins into his open guitar case, and a small crowd gathers. Ravi finishes his route and stops at Sarla's stall to buy an apple with the last coin in his pocket. She slips an extra one into his bag, whispering for the road. The playful wind arrives. The wind arrives, tugging at coats and chasing loose paper down the street. Anya's scarf slips from her shoulders, and Raj catches it, holding it out to her with a small smile. She takes it, but says nothing. Miguel's music grows livelier, matching the playful gusts. But the gray veil creeping across the sun makes Sarla glance upward with concern. Shadows of clouds, the sunlight dims. Vendors pull their umbrellas closer. Ravi stops at a tea stall to rest, watching the shifting clouds. Karim shuffles past, muttering about how quickly the weather changes. Anya and Raj finally pause at a bench. He tries to speak, but a cool gust of wind sweeps between them, carrying the scent of coming rain. The first raindrops, the drizzle begins. Miguel shifts under an awning, but keeps playing slower now, the melody tinged with melancholy. Sarla covers her fruit baskets, sighing at the sky. Ravi pedals faster toward home, but the wet streets slow him down. Karim finds shelter under a shop roof, nodding at strangers who join him there. The downpour, the rain turns heavy. The streets blur under the silver curtain. People huddle together in shop entrances. Anya and Raj find themselves in the same shelter as Miguel, whose music now blends with the sound of rain. A little boy slips in a puddle, and Sarla rushes from her stall to help him, her sari soaked, but her face full of concern. The softening rain, the storm fades to a gentle mist. The air smells fresh, clean. Children appear again, splashing in puddles. Ravi, now in dry clothes, returns to the street with his younger sister, sharing roasted corn from a paper cone. Raj finally speaks to Anya. His words are lost to the wind. But she nods, and something in her shoulders relaxes. Sunlight returns, the clouds break open, spilling gold onto the wet streets. Steam rises from the asphalt. Miguel's guitar sparkles. In the sun, his tune now hopeful. Sarla reopens her stall, wiping rain from her fruit. Karim shuffles out from his shelter, looking up at the sky as though testing whether the peace will last. Afternoon glow, air warms. A painter sets up his easel near Sarla's stall, capturing the golden light bouncing off puddles. Ravi sits nearby, munching his apple and watching the picture take shape. Raj and Anya walk past, their hands almost, but not quite touching. Orange In the sky blooms with orange and pink. Miguel's music drifts further now, sweet and slow. Couples stroll, vendors call, and the smell of roasted peanuts drifts across the street. Kareem, sitting on his bench again, watches the light fade, humming quietly to himself. Golden goodbye, the last sunlight rests on the rooftops. Sarla counts her coins. Ravi waves goodnight to her, his bicycle bell ringing once more. Anya finally slips her hand into Raj's, and for the first time all day, they walk in step. Night steps and neon signs flicker on, casting colorful reflections on the damp pavement. Miguel plays his last song for the night, smiling at the small applause he receives. The air cools, and far away, a low rumble of thunder rolls. Kareem pulls his blanket tighter. Rain, at rest a light drizzle, begins again, softer than before. Talat packs up the last of her fruit. Miguel hums a tune as he heads home. Ravi pedals away under the gentle rain. Raj and Anya stop to listen to the water's whisper, and for once, neither feels the need to speak. The streets keep the memory of the day. Ends as it began, with wet streets, cool air, and the city breathing under the sky's watch. In 15 hours, the weather has touched every life here, weaving moments of kindness, love, struggle, and hope. Tomorrow will bring a new story, but today's rhythm will remain etched in the hearts of those who lived it. Asterisk, thanks for watching. If you really like the story, please do like, share, subscribe, comment on my channel, World Stories. See you on the next video.